like we had, I remember she had made some lobster and asparagus and something else, but she gave it to me on a paper plate. And I took my phone out. And I'm like, I said, all right. I said, look, would you be mad if your wife gave you the lobster and the asparagus, but on a damn paper plate? And she was in the background. Why you gotta put that up there?
I'm not afraid. You will be. You will be. You bet your
That is, man, I know, and I'm glad you brought up Eric Sermon and the 4-hour thing, because we could be doing this for 4 hours, and we're just going to have another conversation. Definitely, I want to have a conversation offline. I want to say this, and then I want you to, give out information as far as how people can get in the cash flow program and anything else that you want to expose out there. I watch what's going on with you because, and I've said this to you on the phone, but I mean this. When I learned what masterminds was, and I learned that saying about having 5 friends, you're the makeup of your friends, pretty much. I remember seeing something that had to do with, having a good top 5. And you're in my top 5, man. You, my man, Uhuru, and a few other people. I look at y'all. I watch what y'all do. I stay in contact with y'all because everybody does go through an obstacle, and you do need a coach. You do need a mentor for the things that are going on. So I watch you, and I'm glad you're on TikTok because you weren't on there for a while. Yeah. And I'm glad you're on TikTok because I get to see what's going on in the back. Melida.
She got to kick you up, man.
Is a balance for you, bro. Huh?
You throwing that N in her name?
Oh.
Melida.
Her name was Melida?
You right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Melida. I'm just giving you a hard time. Oh. But no, there's no N in it. It's Melida.
Okay, so then Melida.
But go ahead.
And I apologize when she sees this. Yep. If she sees this, because I might cut that out. I seen a video, and you was messing with your mother-in-law, and you was like, I forgot what you know what I'm talking about. You was saying something to her. She was like, and your mother-in-law was, nah, you ain't got to put me on camera. You was like, no. You threw your arms around. You started talking to her, and Melody was like, hey, you better leave my mother alone, goddammit. I was like, oh, yo, I watched that video like.
And then
she was like, what?
She said the East Side, because she grew up on the East End. She said the East End gotta come out, to strap it out.
Yo, I saw that and I was like, yo. Number one, I always in past videos that I would see, for the most part, it's like you bugging her. Like y'all be on the scene and you be like, come here. She'd be like, she's supportive. But then, like, you'll go real far. She'll be like, okay, all right, now, okay. I like that because I can relate to that. And I wish there were, unless it's just me not seeing that, I wish there were more people like us doing that because there is more people saying, especially now, you're starting to see a lot of black men and black women who are downplaying the other sex because of things like that, as opposed to embracing that this is how we get down. You know what I mean? We're a team.
That's how,
Go ahead.
That's in real life. That's how, you know what I mean? I'll go in and mess with her. You know what I mean? Like in real life. So I'm just not, it's the same thing, like we had, I remember she had made some lobster and asparagus and something else, but she gave it to me on a paper plate. And I took my phone out. And I'm like, I said, all right. I said, look, would you be mad if your wife gave you the lobster and the asparagus, but on a damn paper plate?
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the most electrifying, the most entertaining, and the downright most incredible channel on YouTube, the Inky Mann channel, where motivation meets gluttony, where Vegas meets victory, and where your love for the Patriots meets its match. Don't miss out on the fun, the food, and the fanaticism, because life is too short not to laugh along with Inky Mann. Subscribe now to the Inky Mann Show channel.
Y'all better give us some of this pimping.
But you know, it, it's just, it's just being honest, you know. So
And that's what I'm gonna say this, and I want you to go ahead and talk about your ventures and how people can
yeah,
get involved in what your programs are all about. It's something that is necessary. I'm glad that I know you, man. I love you to death. I am so glad that you showcase that, and it's not just this is me at a seminar. This is me. This is what I'm doing. You know, you are really showing you're not bragging. Like I've seen y'all in the Philippines, and I'm like, all of y'all are there. It's not
right.
I'm here on a business trip. It's
Everybody,
all of us are here. Y'all about photo shoots where everybody wearing the same outfit and all that stuff. There is a lack of that. There is a complete lack of that, mainly because it's being seen as a unicorn situation or a bad situation.
yeah.
So I'm glad that you promote that, continue to promote that. And go ahead and take it away, man. Any shout outs, anything that you want people to know about you, go ahead and let that be known. Email, address, social media programs, let it all be known.
Look, if anybody's trying to get into entrepreneurship, send me a text, 203-526-6031. If you really have questions about entrepreneurship, or if you just want to talk about obstacles, or don't call me because I probably won't answer. I think it's a telemarketer, but if you send me a text, then I'll know it's a real person. So 203-526-6031. Still got my Connecticut number. The other thing is, look, get past, work on the fears. And like, one of the things that helped me to get past it was early in my days, I would pretend like I was a New Yorker. Because remember, I said I went to school at Medgar Evers. I tried that for a couple of weeks, and I would notice, like, and we would go up to New York all the time, right? Being from Connecticut, and you notice that New Yorkers, man, they don't care. They'll sit and they'll take a piss on the sidewalk in midday, right? So I'm like, look, you have to be fearless in this thing. So I would pretend like I was this New Yorker in business where you just don't care about what someone's saying, what someone might be, because those are the things. We have enough negative self-talk in here, and you couple that with the negative self-talk out here, and you'll never
Right.
get anything of substance done. You know what I mean? You'll never really accomplish anything to the level that you could. Like, all of us have this ability in us to do next level things. Next level. I'm always asking my wife, like, how could I reach more of my potential? I feel like I'm reaching, about 6 or 7% of my potential. How could I get to the next level, right? And I'm always keeping these reminders. Like, I have this sticky right here. I have these stickies in certain areas, and this is a sticky whenever I get stuck in business. This one simply says, like, what would a billionaire do?
Okay.
So I'm approaching it from a different standpoint, because sometimes we'll approach problems and obstacles at our current level of understanding. So if we get outside of that and we're like, okay, well, how would a billionaire approach this, right? How would he approach this situation where this problem came up, or if he was stuck at a certain level, how would he or she get past that, right? And then, there's got to be things you talked about at the very beginning, the boring stuff, and I wanted to kind of touch on that, right? Because in business, everything's not always going to be fun, and it's usually the boring things that can kind of elevate you the most. It's doing the repetitive stuff. You talk about being on TikTok. For me, posting to TikTok is boring. It is the most boring thing ever. Posting on YouTube is boring. Posting to Instagram is boring as hell. Posting to Twitter is boring. Shooting the damn videos is boring as hell. All of it is boring. So I gotta continue to, it is a battle in my head. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll make, 30 videos at once. I'll be in this mood where, I remember we were out in California, and I said, I'm gonna shoot 100 videos while we're out here. We were out there for a week. And I said, I'm gonna shoot 100 videos because I know next week I'm not gonna want to shoot any videos. So I'll get into these periods where I'll go and I'll batch my videos when I'm in the mood, when I'm feeling it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to shoot these videos. Boom, boom, boom. I might even change my shirts or put a hat on because I'm in the mood. Because I know there's going to be these 3 week, or a month or a 2 month period where I don't feel like shooting any videos at all. So now I've got all these videos batched that I can go in and I can go from.
Okay.
But the boring work is often the work that will move you and push you furthest ahead, especially the stuff that once you start to get really good at stuff, entrepreneurs have this gift and curse. And the gift is that we can come up with ideas. The curse is that we can come up with ideas. It's the gift and the curse, because we'll find something and we start to get some traction, and then we come up with this other idea, and the shit that was just about to work, that we were 3 feet from gold down the book, 3 feet from gold. We now start to see this other thing, and we leave this thing, and we start to work on this other thing. And now this thing gets us 3 feet from gold, and now we get this other idea, and we keep going down this railroad track of craziness where we're just leaving thing after thing after thing because we start to get bored. The entrepreneurial mind is very creative, right?
Oh no, it's that time again. We had a lovely talk with Ty Cohen, creator of the Kindle Cash Flow program. The talk is much longer than this. If you want to see the full video, stay tuned for the broadcast of the Inky Mann Show podcast.
Welcome to the Inky Mann podcast, a place where inspiration meets the seductive worlds of gastronomic exploration and flashing Las Vegas lights. Your host, Inky Mann, will take you on a tour around the vibrant streets of Vegas while providing you with a delightful fusion of culinary delights, motivation, and insight. Whether you're craving insider information on the greatest eateries in the area or you're searching for inspiration to help you reach your goals, the Inky Mann podcast is your go-to source for everything positive, Las Vegas approved and foodie approved. So grab a seat, hit play, and let's explore Inky Mann's dynamic fusion of culinary adventures and inspiration.
I'm out, yo. I'm out, yo. I'm out, yo. Out, yo.